Good morning. Today we are moving on with those functions. We are doing CO48. I can identify a function given a graph or a relation. So remember what we've talked about in previous objectives. Or did we talk about the function? We did a function table, but have we defined function yet? I don't think we have. So we're going to actually define, when we have that function table, we have a function table. Now let's see what a function is. A function is a relation where every x value has exactly oh my goodness, I need to spell exactly one corresponding y. So, to explain a function, one can relate it to birthdays. Can two different people, two different people, have a birthday on the same day, the y? Can two different people have the same birthday? Yeah, you can have a birthday buddy, right? David Slack in 7th grade is my birthday buddy. We both have the same birthday, except for the year, just day and month. But can the same person, one person, have two different birthdays? Can they have two different Ys? No, you have one birthday for you, right? You could have two different people have the same birthday, that's fine. But one person can't have two Ys. They can't have two birthdays. So, two different x values can have the same y value, but one x value can't have be paired up with two different y's. So to be a relation, you can't have multiple x's have let's say if our x is the number 2, you can't have multiple 2's for x matched up with different y's, right? You can have the same y listed with different x's, different people can have the same birthday. You can have birthday buddies, but you can't have one person having multiple birthdays. That would be fun. You could celebrate a lot, but it doesn't make sense. So let's check to see. Did you get it written, Hunter? Yeah. Okay. Let's check to see if we can figure out what looks like a function and what does not. So when we look at our function table, we have different x's matched up with y's. Different x's matched up with y's. It's okay if we have y's that are the same. The x's all have to be different. They can have the same birthday, but our x's, our people, have to be different. Okay? On a graph, that means your x has to be matched up with only one y. So the x on the graph can only be matched up with one y point. So when we look at the table, why would this table not be a function? What makes it not a function? Victoria? There's two negative 2's matched up with different y's. Can have different birthdays. Why is this one not a function? Ellen?
Because it has multiple ones.
Yeah, look at all of these ones in our x's, all with different birthdays. Can't do that. On a graph, if we had that, why would that not be a function? Why is that not a function? What's wrong with it? AJ? So, we look here, these are all x's, right? This is my x-axis. If I look at this x, how many y's are with it? Is there just one y for that x?
Yeah.
Is there?
Maybe.
This is my y-axis. So if I'm right here, I've got a y up here, and I've got a y down here. That one x cannot have two y's. So when you're looking at the function table, it's easy to see those repeated x's with different y's. When you're looking at a graph, you're looking to see if this is my x line, there can only be one y associated with it. Here's my x, there's only one y above it. There's no other y. Does that make sense?
Now it makes sense.
Can you guys see that? So if I had a graph that looked like this, would that be a function or not a function?
No.
I didn't draw a straight line. That line, let's make it a little more obvious. If I have a line like that, is that a function or not a function? I see some people nodding and some people shaking their head no. Which one do you think it is? Is that a function or not a function? Show me with your thumb. Thumbs up if it's a function, thumbs down if it is not a function. Why do you have a thumbs up, Colton? What makes it a function?
Because it's not two corresponding lines.
So if I look at that x-axis, I could look at any point on that line. There's only, any point here, there's only one corresponding y to go with it. So that is a function. Let's look at another one. Tell me if it's a function or not a function. Let's do function or not a function. Function, thumbs up. Not a function, thumbs down. So I have a lot of people with thumbs down. AJ, what makes it not a function?
There's two of the x's on the side.
So this is my x-axis. If I'm at this point, what y would be there connected with it? How many y's? How many y's would be connected with it? One. If I'm right here, how many y's connected with it? One. Is there any point on this line that's going to have more than one y? So is it a function or not a function? It is a function. Let's do another one. Function or not a function? Function up, not a function down. Oh, no looking around to see what other people's thumbs are. Make your choice yourself. Be confident. Violet, why do you have not a function?
Because like right there, there's two functions.
Yeah, I could go right here, and there's a y up here, and a y down here. There's two y's to one x. Can't have two birthdays to the one person. Okay, so let's look at our work for today. The ordered pairs of a relation are 4, 8, negative 3, 6, and 5, 10. Oh wait, I skipped. Which of the following are functions? Explain how you know. So look at each of these tables and tell me yes or no, and why. Yes, a function, no, not a function. You have to put the why. Then down here, you have to think it through. If 3 ordered pairs of a relation are 4, 8, negative 3, 6, and 5, 10, write a 4th ordered pair that would make the relation not a function. So there's various answers. Put one that would turn it into not a function. 4 ordered pairs of a relation are 0, 6, negative 2, negative 5, 3, negative 5, and negative 2, 4. Which ordered pair should be removed to make it a function? Cross off one that you're going to remove. So that would make the other 3 ordered pairs left an actual function. And a game show has you randomly select a number that corresponds to a prize. If you select 4, you get a puppy. If you select 7, you get a scooter. If you select 11, you can choose between a taco and a trip to Hawaii. Does this situation represent a function? Why or why not? So you have to think it through. What have we talked about functions? What is the x? What is the y? Can the x repeat itself? If it's a function, can the x repeat itself? Yes or no? Can the x repeat itself if it is a function? No. Can the y repeat itself?
Yes.
Yes. You can have birthday buddies, right? So figure out what are the x's, what are the y's? What's being repeated? Is it a function or not a function? Is there nothing being repeated? You decide. And put why or why not, function or not a function. Besides my friend that was at band, does anybody have questions? Okay, you're gonna quietly work on this. Then, if you finish and you have practice work, tomorrow's our retake day, get your practice work done and turned in. Work on packet number 8. If you are watching at home, I hope you are well and hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.